Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Dr. Jan Fortman with Relationship Matters TV. Well, today I am doing a special show, at least it's special to me. I am celebrating my birthday. Now, my birthday is tomorrow, December 5. I was born at 12:15 p.m. And so tomorrow I will be 84 years old, or 84 years young, or I've just been on this earth for 84 years. And I just wanted to celebrate it today with you, my friends. I wanted to celebrate my birthday with you. Now, you can't be with me tomorrow on the day of, but I wanted you to be with me today. So let's talk about what it means to be on this earth for 84 years. What does it mean? So I had said I was going to start off with, aches and pains, but I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is talk to you about what does it truly mean to live ageless. How do you stay joyful, relevant at any stage of life? So what I do want to say to you is that age is not about how old you are. It's about your attitude. Aging is all about attitude. So what does growing older mean, really? To me, it means growing bolder. It means doing things that you always wanted to do. Just think about it. What is it that you've always wanted to do? And what is it that you might have thought of, like, you know what? I'm at a certain age, but people tell me what I can do and what I can't do. So what I want to do is take you on a little journey with me and just the things that I decided to do after the age of 65. So, when you're 65, you're already a senior. Okay. Actually, according to AARP, you're a senior at 50. So, what did I start to do? Now, I taught at Chicago with Chicago Public Schools for 30 years. Well, really, maybe 24 years, because the last 6 years I wasn't in the classroom. I was a special ed teacher, a fine arts teacher, and I just wanted to serve children better or more children. So I came out of the classroom and I was going to different schools and just giving workshops. And I was given this workshop, and I was at this particular school, and the workshop, people came and asked me, "Is this what you do?" And I thought, no, not really. This is just my job. Oh, well, you're really good at this. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this is something I might try when I retire. Now, I retired in 2007. So if you know I'm 84, I'll be 84 tomorrow. Then, since I'm not all that good with math, you can see how old I was in 2007. And what did I start to do? You know what? People are saying that I could speak rather than just retire and sit around and do nothing. Let me start speaking. What am I going to speak about? Who's going to listen to me? And I'm scared because now I'm going to be in front of people who I don't know. But you know what? This is a challenge. This is about not growing older, but growing bolder. So I started speaking. Now, during COVID, someone came up to me because I started speaking. I was speaking internationally. I was speaking on stages. And someone came up to me and said, well, my business coach, and he said, why don't you do a podcast? Podcast? I'm not doing a podcast. Who's going to listen to me? A podcast? What the heck is that? He said, why don't you try it? And I started thinking, okay, aging, it's just not being older, it's being bolder. So I started doing podcasting. So now I've been doing this show since COVID. And let me say this to you. I have met so many people, so many seniors, so many women who are doing some awful, not awful, awesome things at the ages of 60, 70, 80, and 90. And I thought, you know what? I've always wanted to meet entertainers. I've always wanted to meet movie stars. And I'm just going to show you something here that I of the different people that I have met, just a few of them that I have met. And it's like, wow, Dr. Jan, look at all of these people. I'll bring it to you a little bit later. So I thought, okay, how do you do that? You do that by having different guests on your podcast and not being afraid of approaching people. Now, some people said, girl, you getting older. Why are you doing all this? You need to just sit down and relax. Who's going to do that? It's all about aging with vitality, with vigor, with just whatever it is that is inside of you. Now, I got a little poem I wanted to read to you. When I turned 40, I thought I had life figured out. When I turned 50, I realized that I was still growing, but 50, ooh, AARP knocking at my door. Ooh, people say when you get 50, ooh, you're old. Ooh, no. But now that I'm 84, I know the secret. Living ageless means never letting your dreams retire. What are your dreams? What is it that you always wanted to do? But people tell you, you know, you're really too old to do that. You're retired now. Why don't you just relax? Why don't you just, stay home? What, why don't you just, just cool it? Just cool it. You've worked all of these years. You've worked 30, 35, 40 years. Girl, just sit down. I'm here to tell you, no, do not do that. Because you know what happens? When you sit down, what can I say? Things just start fading away. Things just start happening to you because you're sitting, you're not moving, you're not using your brains, you're not visualizing, you're just there. What happens? Your health goes, your brains go, all different things go. So what I'm here to tell you is that when people say it's a secret, and sometimes I say it's a secret, it's really not a secret. Let me tell you some of the things that I do. Let me tell you some of the things that I've learned, especially in this world, when it tells you after you become a certain age to slow down. First of all, you can always reinvent yourself. Okay? So, I was a teacher. But first, I worked at the post office. Then I reinvented myself and became a secretary. Then I reinvented myself and became a teacher. Then I reinvented myself and became a speaker. Then I did it again and I became a podcaster. What's next? Oh, I don't know. But I'm always looking for something different to do. Oh, also I became an author. I did one book, and that was the little book of big behavior interventions. And after I did that book, I thought, what's another book that I might be able to do? Why stop at that? So this is what I did. First, that was the first book, the little book of big behavior interventions, and that was for teachers because I was a teacher and I had these kids and they had misbehaviors. And I thought, there's some certain things that we can do because I'm old school, certain things we can do to stop this misbehavior. So I wrote it for teachers, parents, and grandparents. Then I wrote another book, The Secrets to How Not to Throw Mama from the Train. And I wrote that book because that's my story. Everybody has a story. And guess what? Not everybody, but you know what? There are a lot of people who are interested in your story. Some people will say, girl, I don't have a story. Yes, you do. You lived. You are living. You have a story. And sometimes your stories can be motivational. They can be inspirational. They can help people. I wrote this book because I was having a difficult journey with my mom as I got to be older. And I found out that there's difficulty a lot of times in the adult daughter aging mother relationship. Now, if you really want to know a whole lot about it, get my book, The Secrets to How Not to Throw Mama from the Train. So if you know someone who's in that kind of relationship and they're having difficulty navigating the challenges in that relationship. I can help them. The next book I collaborated on is called Harness the Power of Purpose, How to Monetize Your Personal and Business Journey. Now, my chapter was selected to be the first chapter in the book because I talk about personal and professional relationships. See where that's going? Okay. Your story, your life, my story. So what's the next book? My life, my story. I collaborated on that book and it talks about my life, my story. So what I'm telling you, if you ever thought or even never thought about writing a book, you could go to ChatGPT and just talk or and have ChatGPT to write your book. Just put some of your stuff in there, and if you feel like, I really can't write, do that. Someone is interested in your story. Okay. Now, what are the other challenges? So, since I thought, you know what, everybody has a bucket list. And I have a bucket list. Still have a bucket list. I always wanted to go to Africa. And I did. How did I challenge myself? First of all, I was told, you're going to lose weight. You can't eat the food. You can't drink the water. Just all kinds of things. I gained weight because the food was so good. Okay. How did I challenge myself? I have a fear of heights. So what did I do? I was on a rope bridge across. It was hundreds of feet in the air. It was raining. You had to hold onto the ropes on the side. The bridge was swaying, and I walked across a forest. So I can look back and say, oh, wow, I did that. So I'm telling you these things because you know what? You probably have some places you wanted to go, some things you wanted to do, some dreams that you have, and you haven't done it. Do it. I'm telling you, do it. Because when you do it, guess what it does? It keeps you ageless. Take my word for it. What else did I do? Well, I'm in Chicago, and guess where house music came from? Came from Chicago. What did I do? I went to Croatia to a house music festival and met the chosen few. Oh my goodness. What else did I do? I always wanted to go on a shopping trip to Morocco. I did that. And I'm telling you this, not so I'm bragging or anything, but all of these I did after the age of 70. It keeps your spirit alive. It keeps your spirit young. What else did I do? Have you ever drank champagne at night in Venice? Is there something you want to do? What is your dream? What is it? You love to travel, but you're afraid of traveling alone. There are all kinds of travel groups, senior travel groups, and they have a good time. Have you always wanted to skydive? I met an older woman who always wanted to skydive. It's not something I wanted to do, but she did it. Why? Because she said, you know what? I think she was 75. And she said, you know what? I want to do this is on my bucket list. It's a challenge. It's something that I think I can do. I thought, okay, go ahead. And she invited me. I said no, because that's not anything that I want to do. Now, this is something else I'd like to tell you older women. There are times when someone will come to us and say, look at the way we dress, and say to us, you know, you're a senior citizen now. Don't you think you need to dress a little differently? Don't you think you need to dress appropriate for your age? What does that mean? What does that mean? Now, I'm here to tell you. Now, you see what I have on today? Okay. I'm here to tell you, however you want to dress, do it. You don't have to be concerned about anyone else's opinion. Once you get to be a certain age, it doesn't really matter. Now, when you're younger, yeah, you think about, what people are going to say, people's opinions of you, people's opinions of the way you dress. Please you. Please yourself. Okay? Let's see. Maxine says, oh, yeah. Thank you, Maxine. Happy birthday, Dr. Jen. Don't forget about the stairs. And 119th in LaGrange. Exercising 3 times a week. We lift weights and we do the treadmill. So let me tell you about the stairs. There are, I think it's 123 stairs. Maxine, who just celebrated her 77th birthday last year, or this year, this summer. She and I walk up those stairs. You gotta keep moving. We work out 3 days a week for an hour and a half. We do 45 minutes on the treadmill. Then we do, I guess you would call them deadlifts, because we lay back and it's a bar and we put weight. The bar is 45 pounds. We put 2 10-pounds and a pin 10-pound on this side, a 10-pound on the other side, and then we added a 2-pound and a 2-pound. And we lift. We do 2 sets of 15 laying down flat and then up. Then we get on other machines. We work out. Guess what it does? It keeps your body moving. You have got to move. And it keeps you young. Guess what? It helps with wrinkles. And it helps with saggy skin, ladies. Because sometimes, all of this stuff they tell you about, they always have these young people showing these young ladies with this smooth skin and, use this moisturizer and that moisturizer. Oh, guess what? Drink a lot of water, work out. What does it do? It helps your skin. Oh, I did forget something. Yeah. Lori Adams. Hi, Lori. She says, remember you were on a billboard in Times Square? Yes, I was. I was on a billboard in Times Square. Have you ever thought about being on a billboard in Times Square? Why not? Why not? I was on there celebrating the fact that I was Miss. Oh, let me tell you this. I have to sit up like this. It's 3 of us. It's Maxine Walker, it's Brenda Tucker Jeffries, and it is me. What did we decide to do in 2022? We decided to enter the Miss Senior Illinois America contest. When I say senior, senior, have you ever thought about that? Fortunately, we didn't have to wear swimming suits, but we had to do the evening gown. We had to do everything else. And I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to be chosen as Miss Senior Illinois America 2022. Then I went to the Senior America pageant. I didn't win, but I saw a lot of, you had to be at least 60. I saw a lot of women who were little younger than me and older than me, living their best life. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Happy Thursday from Chicago. Hi, Dr. Solomon. Thank you so much. So you know what? I'm going to say this. It's not all about me. It's about me and you. What is it that you can do? And I'm trying to be motivational. I'm trying to be inspirational because I don't care if you were 74, 64, 74, 84, 94, and maybe even 104. You have dreams. You have desires. You have wisdom. Use it. Relish in it. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about is friends. Always have people around you who lift you up, who nourish you, who support you. This is important. I have friends, guess what? I have friends from kindergarten. How long ago was that? I was 5 years old. Oh, my goodness. And guess what? We support each other. We uplift each other. When we see each other, we don't say, ooh, when you going to sit down? We live our lives. I had said that I wanted to, Maxine's saying, oh yeah, we take vitamins. Oh yes. We eat healthy and we take vitamins. And as she says, take vitamins because we as women of color must take vitamins, especially vitamin D. We take vitamins every day. We take supplements that help us because sometimes you don't get everything out of food. So take supplements. But guess what? If you drink water, if you drink enough water, if you eat healthy, if you move, now you might not exercise, work out, but maybe you like to dance. Maybe you like to line dance, whatever it is. Or maybe you like to walk or play pickleball, whatever it is. Guess what that does? That keeps you young, or it keeps you ageless, I'll say that. And it helps as far as your health is concerned. You will be surprised. You will have more energy. You will have more vigor. You will have more vitality. You do all these things. And another thing I'd like to say to you, don't worry. What was that song? Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Worrying doesn't do anything but cause wrinkles, bags. Don't worry. Because worrying, what does it do? Nothing. Don't stress. What does stress do? Stress kills. So so I'm just trying to give you some reasons because I want you to celebrate your birthday when you become 84 And I want to see you. And I want you to say, you know what, Dr. Jan? I watched your show and you were celebrating your 84th birthday. And I decided that I was going to take a lot of your information that you've given and use it. So now, I talked about style a little bit. Now, in my 30s, I wore 5-inch heels, and it made me feel powerful. And in my 50s, I went down to like 3-inch heels, but I still felt powerful. Now I'm in my 80s. I'm feeling powerful, but I'm down to like 2-inch and maybe 1.5 inches. But guess what? I still have a couple of pair of my 5-inch heels in the closet. And this just reminds me that, number one, even though I don't have those 5-inch heels anymore, I'm still powerful. And now I have a lot of gym shoes and flats. But guess what? They have attitude. So when I talked about attitude, it's not just you and the way you feel. It's also the way you look and the way you think. Now, I'm going to take a quick commercial because when you have a podcast, it's not free. It's just like when you see a TV show and they have commercials because you have to pay for the time. So I'm just going to do a couple of commercials and I'm going to come back with what I'm hoping to give you. And I'm hoping that it's just a few words of wisdom. So I'll be right back. So now we talked about having people in your life who lift you up, who nurture you. We talked about moving, exercise or dancing, walking or pickleball or whatever it is. Let's talk about social life. Just because you are 65, 75, 80, 85, 90 does not mean that you have to sit at home, that you do not have a social life. There are all kinds of social activities for seniors. There is, well, I live in Chicago, so I'm a stepper, a Chicago stepper. But there's sporting events, there are networking events, there are senior events. There is a young lady by the name of Rhonda Thomas, and she has a group of women. She's been on my show, so all you have to do is go back on my show, look some of my shows, and see some of the activities and some of the things that she does for women who are seniors, who are 65 and older. I mean, they do a lot. I should say we do a lot. They have even, I haven't learned yet to pole dance. I haven't done that yet. But why not? So there are all kinds of things that you can do to socialize. Don't stay home. Don't say, I don't want, I don't want to go. I can't drive. Uh, Uber, Lyft, taxis, whatever. Get a driver. Go out. Enjoy. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your social life. It keeps you younger. What about traveling? You like to travel? You always wanted to go somewhere? I said that before. Find somebody. Find a group. Some people say, well, I don't want to, I have to go by myself. Oh, hi, Maya. She is so sweet and she is so beautiful. Thank you, Myra. It's great to see you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're going to talk soon. And Maxine says, I love my kitten heels. Uh-huh. They're a fashion statement. Kitten heels are a fashion statement. And, and she said about taking our vitamins, it's a meal by itself. Because sometimes, we have our little pouches with our vitamins in it. And sometimes the waitress, it's a place where we go to have breakfast, a little breakfast, because we worked out. And they'll say, "Oh, we smell your vitamins way over there," But anyway, and we form relationship because the show is called Relationship Matters. We have a relationship with the owner. We have a relationship with the waiters and waitresses. There was another restaurant that we would go to. We go to periodically. We have relationship. Relationships are important with the owner, the owner's brother. Um, we told them we had a certain booth we sit in, and we tell them don't allow anyone else to sit in that booth. Put our names on the booth, but we form relationships. That's very important. Form new relationships. Keep relationships that you value. Keep relationships with people who value you. Keep relationships. Now, what else? I used to have a business coach, and this is what he told me, and I'll never forget it. He said to me, you know what? Have you ever thought about this tagline? Betty White got it right. And guess what? She lived agelessly. What was she doing the night that she died? You know what she was doing? She was planning her 100th birthday celebration. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Are you living like today? Are you living in the past? Are you living thinking about your future? Now, one thing I did not mention, and I'm saving that for last. Romance. I was watching TikTok and no, I think it was Instagram. I can't remember one of them because I watch TikTok and I'll say to myself, I'm going to only be on here, 20 minutes. 2 hours later, I'm still on TikTok. Instagram, same thing. But there was this woman and she's 100. I think they said she was 104. And she still dresses. She still wears her heels. And they ask her about romance and why she's still, really dressed really sharp. And she said, because I might find a boyfriend. My mom, when she was alive, had a friend. My mom was 98. Her friend was 100. Her friend had a boyfriend. She would go to the senior citizen gatherings, and she met this man. He was younger than her. She had a boyfriend. So, you're not too old. If you feel, well, the lady who was, I saw on Instagram, you know what she said? I'm not dead. You're not dead. So, if you feel that you would like to get, it's the older people used to say a paramour or boyfriend, someone, to be with you or just to talk to, do that. Don't listen to someone that will say to you, you're too old for that. You need to just, sit down. If you still have that fire, do something with it. Find you someone. Oh, okay. I just got a text. And the text is, I want to try to complete some of my dreams, but fear is in the way. How do I overcome my anxiety in this area? Fear. You know what? The only way to get over your fear is to fight fear, to confront fear. Because fear, really, what you're fearing, it's not real because it's not there yet. So think, you know what? let me say this. I used to go on a cruise, and on that last night of the cruise was might as well night. Might as well. What do you have to lose? Might as well. You have a fear of traveling by yourself? Might as well. You have a fear of reaching out for different new relationships? What do you have to lose? Might as well. Face your fears. Don't run away from your fears. A lot of times that's what we do. We sit back, we run away from our fears. Face your fears. And I'm going to say this. My grandmother's cousin was 98 when she passed. She would sit in a rocking chair, like a rocking chair, and lotus style, because all her life she did everything that I was talking about earlier. And she said, you know what, Janice, when you get to be my age, I don't want you to start thinking shoulda, woulda, coulda. She said, I did everything I thought I wanted to do that was legal. So evidently she wanted to do some things that weren't legal. But anyway, she said, don't sit back and in your rocking chair and think, you know what, I should have, or you know what, I could have, or you know what, wonder if I would have. She said, don't. She said, I'm sitting here right now. I have no shoulda, woulda, couldas. So think about this when you talk about, if it, especially this person that texted me about facing your fears. You don't want to sit with shoulda, woulda, coulda. Face your fears. It's not easy. And I told you, I'm afraid of heights, but I faced that fear. It wasn't easy. I faced that fear. I walked across that forest in Africa on a rope bridge in the rain, hundreds of feet above the trees. But I kept hearing, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And I kept saying to myself, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Another fear I faced, I know everyone knows about Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins has this, what they call fire walkers. A fire walker is a person who can walk across a burning bed of coals. Guess what? Yours truly, I did it. Fear. I was so afraid, but I was determined to face that fear. And I did it. And the thing was, it was like, you know what, Janice? If you can do that, if you can face both of those fears, you can do anything. So when you think about it, you can do anything. Might as well. Might as well. Let's see, we have another comment here. Okay. What did Maxine said? She said, right. She said they changed their menus. They said no substitutes, but we did it anyway. That's another thing about being a certain age. Instead of, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I don't think I'm going to try that. They changed the menu. Yes, they did. And they said no substitutes. But what did we say? We want a substitute. And we did. And they did. So the whole thing about this tonight is it is my 84th birthday. Now, people say, oh, they see me, what's the secret? Well, first of all, I'm very, very, very blessed. My mom she looked young for her age for a long time. I mean, even when she passed at 98, you would think maybe she was 80. On my father's side, same thing. Longevity. However, even though there's longevity on both sides of my family, I take that, and to me, it's their legacy. They left me, so I'm trying to leave this legacy to you. In other words, it's an attitude. It's a frame of mind. And I know, that you can have physical issues that, you did not cause. Maybe some hereditary issues. But let me say this to you. Unless your doctor says to you, you can't do it because you're going to die. Guess what? Some people do it anyway, and they don't die. It's here. It's here. It's here. I want to keep saying that. It's here. So, whatever it takes for you to live agelessly, do it. Don't let anyone tell you what you cannot do, because you can do anything that you put your mind to. I don't care how old you are. If a 75-year-old woman can skydive, if a 104-year-old woman can still dress lovely, still wear her heels, and travel by herself because that's what she wants to do and that keeps her young, do it. Oh, so let me say this, which I did not mention, but I'm going to mention now. But before I mention it, when I said that there was this young lady who has all kinds of activities and for seniors, it's look her up on Instagram. It's at Ron's Way Lifestyle. Oh, she so thank you. She says, "You look lovely, birthday girl. You make 60 plus years old. Look forward to looking fab at 84." Of course, of course, of course. I know you're fabulous now, so you're gonna still be fabulous then. So now, last thing, and the most important thing. When I said earlier that I'm blessed, I am blessed. I am blessed. Whatever you believe, if you believe in God, if you believe in Buddha, whatever you believe, you've got to have that belief, that spiritual belief, because you can't do all of this by yourself. Everything that I've talked about, I'm blessed to do it. I'm blessed to be able to share it with you. Now, I had a health scare, and I'm being fully transparent here. Now I've got a couple of minutes. The doctor, I was in an accident, a car accident. Someone rear-ended me and my son. And I had to have, MRI and all that kind of stuff. And they said, you know what we found? We found a nodule in your upper left lung. Like a what? 1 centimeter. Like, what? Okay, I didn't think about it anymore. But my primary care said, let's look at this. So we looked at it. So what were they looking for? They were looking for cancer. But guess what? You know what? I had people praying for me. I prayed for me. I thought, you know what? God, you did not give this to me. I do not have it. I have faith. And guess what? Everything fine. It's just there. Not cancerous. It's just there. It's a blessing. So I don't take that blessing lightly. You know what it tells me? It tells me, even though I'm 84, I got a whole lot more to do. I have a whole lot more to give to you. So I only got 2 minutes. And I just want to say, thank you for helping me to celebrate my 84th birthday. Now, as I said earlier, my birthday is tomorrow. I was born on December 5th, 1941 at 12:15 p.m. And I'm going to celebrate all month. So I want to thank you. Now I get a lot of messages and texts, and it's time to go. So I want to thank all of you for watching, for listening, for supporting me. And you too can live agelessly, with vitality, with grace. So let's see. I think I will see you next week. Now, I have a videographer, and unfortunately, I could not download what he gave me, but I will make it a presentation. I probably will start it again just to do that short little video on my next show. So what I want you to do is make sure that you watch Relationship Matters TV every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you would like to be a guest, or you know someone that would be a guest, would be a good guest, my audience is mainly midlife women, but they're 59% women, but the rest are men. What I want you to do is just let me know. You can email me. You can at Relationship Matters TV. You can just comment. You can do all kinds of things. But what I want you to do is just to make sure that you watch. Now, you can email me here if you would like at jamfornow125@gmail.com. That's the best way to reach me. But thank you again. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure. And I just thank you again for helping me to celebrate my 84th birthday with you. So I will see you again next week on Relationship Matters TV. Bye-bye.